Brittany. I'm with Music Theme Media. I'm excited to meet with you guys. I talked to Joey on email. Who else do I got in there?
Josh over here, the guitarist.
Got the other guitarist, Corey, the drummer.
Awesome. So we're just missing James.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you guys get together every Tuesday? Is this band practice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. You guys are from Columbus, Ohio. Buckeyes, huh?
Yeah.
Something like that, kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think Columbus is
Kind of good.
Not a
Columbus. You know, the first Wendy's was invented in Columbus, or opened in Columbus, I should say.
Nickelodeon started in Columbus too.
Okay, I didn't know that one. I had the pleasure of checking out, I'm going to call it an anthem, but your new single, The Past. Who wrote it?
James.
James wrote a lot of the music.
Okay.
And the lyrics are through me, which is very unfortunate that James is not here to talk about it. But
That's
we went
right.
through many different versions before we got to this one, I think for good reason.
The first line kind of hit you, took you right back. I mean, the first line is "If I could go back," and I think we can all relate and age ourselves here a little bit. But what does it mean to you guys?
I'm glad a lot of lyrics came through in a way that's more than just a drinking song, if you will. But the whole point was to just remember what things used to be like before things got difficult, before things got bills and everything, and just going back to being young and dumb and having a good time.
When did you guys meet?
So I am the only original member left.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the lyrics are from a time of that. The original band, we were all together for a long time. We had a band house together, did a lot of dumb stuff and had a lot of fun. I can only imagine if TikTok was around back then. So that's why the video, having it at James' house with just a big party scene, just trying to capture what it was like back then, which I hope and feel a lot of people can find something from.
What year would it have been back then? What year would that have been?
That would have been like 07.
07? Okay.
07, 08, 09.
He's an old part.
I know. I just wanted to get a time reference.
I mean, I was there. I graduated high school in 2008, so it definitely gave that house party kickback, whose parents are out of town and who's going to let us use their basement. So
this was our first time working with that videographer, and he captured it great. It all worked out way better than I could have imagined.
Well, it was good. I mean, it definitely brought back some memories, and I just thought these lyrics hit hard. And I always say I would never go back. And then you hear a song like this or see a video like that, and you think, okay, one more night.
And that's the whole point. Trying to finish the lyrics in that way, at least the bridge, like having that moment. You know, not everything was good back then. It never can be, but celebrate what we had. You know,
Yeah.
however lived it was.
And
A lot of the two came from growing up in that kind of chaos. The house I lived in all throughout high school was with my band in high school. We were all like 15, 16 years old. And we lived with my drummer's mom, who was she was there for all of it, but kind of just let us do whatever we wanted to do. It was very minimal supervision.
the cool mom.
Yeah, we did some just crazy stuff, and you can't capture all of it in that music video, but there's a good chunk of it there that was just.
And we could fill in the blanks for sure. So how'd you guys all meet?
That's how we met. I met Joey at a We Are Harlot show with my old band singer. We were standing outside smoking and turned around, and Joey was just kind of there. And he had a really cool mustache at the time. And I just yelled, "What's up, mustache dude? Bring back the stash, bro." Joey needs to grow his mustache again. We all really think that he should. We're mad at
Bring
him.
it back. I literally just watched the growing up video. So, I mean, that was good stuff.
But yeah, I yelled out, "What's up, mustache dude?" And he just went, "I'm just kind of here, man." He looked spaced out. And we got to talking that night, and he was at, what show were you at next door?
I mean, would that have been the Eve 6 show?
I feel like it might have been. Eve 6 was at the LC. Well,
Who?
Kemba.
Yeah, Kemba now.
It was a different name back then.
It was one of the first shows I went to by myself, and I
You just-
hated it. The show was great, but don't like going by myself.
We're opposite. I like going to concerts alone.
I love going to concerts with big groups, but I can never get more than 2 people to go with me. The last concert I went to was at Kemba. Who was it?
Back on track.
You guys are getting old.
Yeah,
We don't talk about that.
not even 30 yet.
Youngest member of the band.
I'm over here not even 30 yet, and I got the worst memory apparently. But we ended up having to leave because Gabby was drunk before we got there. And then
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of concerts and different tastes and attending all these shows, who do you guys pull your inspiration from? Who do you guys think you kind of sound like? How would you describe whether it's personal inspiration or as a band?
Let's start with the newest member. How
Start
do
over
you
here.
feel? Yeah,
I
start with the-
think what this band I joined. I'm the newest member, so I am only about 4 months in now. I joined in October, beginning of October, I think. So I think they sound like
we sound.
I think we sound like Weezer, Rise Against, type of that 90s 2000s kind of alternative rock sound. But me personally, though, I drive a lot of my influence when I was younger, growing up and stuff. I listened to a lot of like thrash metal and a lot of heavier metal, like Megadeth, Animals as Leaders, Periphery, Dream Theater, a lot of progressive kind of heavier stuff. So that's where that's my background personally is more into that kind of stuff, but I am into more of the alternative rock sound that we have. So I'm trying to mold it into the writing process currently with everyone.
all you got to do is play all of those things, but bad.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
play
I'm-
good again,
I'm trying.
and then you got us.
I'm trying.
Nice.
If I'm the next newest member after Josh over here, I'll go next. I'm gonna go with saying we sound like Story of the Year, Fall Out Boy, kind of more the mid 2000s to 2014 ish, kind of like emo
Love
era,
it.
pop punk emo, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Remember is a big as well, I would say.
We sound like everyone. Like we sound like everyone, and we sound like ourselves. We don't write to sound like anyone. We just like, hey, let's make this song a metal song. Let's make this song a punk anthem. Let's make this song. We all have so many different things that we like that it's just everything comes through. There's not a lot of the same with each song. Like each song is just totally different. Has been since I was originally just a fan of To Kill a Monster and ended up they really needed a drummer and I joined just by learning how to play. I wasn't a drummer before. Like
No way.
I've only been playing drums as long as I've been in the band. And yeah, there's different sounds in each song.
I mean, shoot,
That's really cool. That's really cool.
The guitar before joining the band.
I actually came from like a technical death metal band, like playing the guitar for that before joining. And the first time I auditioned, they told me no. They said I was too good.
Yeah, he was the only one that actually knew how to play the thing that he was playing. We're just winging it over here, and then he came in and he's just
Overqualified is a real thing.
He was,
We-
he was definitely overqualified.
we looked at him in the eye and was like, "Why are you here?"
But
And what is that answer? Why were you there?
he came back.
I like the music.
He wouldn't give up.
So
It's fun.
So TCAM always started as just kind of whatever. We had a few metalheads back in the day, but with all of the lyrics, all of the stories driven from me, I grew up on the Judds, the Offspring, Rise Against, everything. I grew up on country and then found my way into everything else. And now we have an incredible group of musicians for a punk, thrashy, fun band. Like, and I love what we're starting to put out, especially with this new single. This new single is probably the first closest thing to what we're writing, what we're gonna write. But the previous two songs that came out, like I like to keep us in whatever genre we are, 90s rock ish, whatever, but just to still have fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. And you said you mentioned the Offspring, and I totally get that vibe. I thought you could hear some of the Used. You could hear a little AFI. There's just a lot of things that kind of
Appreciate it.
jump out. So, I mean, I'm impressed. You said you're working on other stuff. So can we expect a full album? Are you guys going to just kind of work on singles as time goes?
So we put out a song last year. Yeah, last year called Whiskey. It's a very country inspired song, but without being too country, but without still, with still having fun with it. We wrote that song on purpose, and I think it came out great. But
Yeah.
And the song before that, The Broken, was the first song written with these group of guys, minus this guy. But I'm sure we would love to get back into that. But we do have an EP coming out in April.
Awesome.
If song drops, we will have another single and the EP drop in April.
Well, we look forward to that. And this one's coming out. The Past is dropping in March.
March 8th. Yes.
Awesome. March 8th. And with that being said, you guys are a new band and you have members joining. Will you re-record anything? Are you happy with those older songs that came out? I mean, like I mentioned, growing up already, I just was like, I love this. But that's one of your older jams. So
that is one of our older jams, but not that old. That was actually right when we found Corey.
Okay.
Right before we found Corey. That was the first song that we put out after a bit of a hiatus. To answer your question, yes, we are dabbling with trying to bring back some old songs. Trying to get an acoustic album out and recorded. Everything. We have a lot of old songs that are just out there, and I would love to rewrite some of them with these guys.
There's
that's
some songs
awesome. And
came out
Yeah, and there's a couple that just
that we're working on.
never saw the light of day.
well, that's super cool. And it's something to definitely look forward to. And I always say you probably shouldn't read all the comments on the internet, but I was going through your YouTube comments on these songs, and so many people are like, wow, why aren't you guys as big as so-and-so? Why aren't you signed? Why aren't you famous? I saw a lot of those comments, and I just thought, I thought the same thing. I was like, who are these guys? And I was so far away from Columbus, Ohio. I'm on the East Coast, so now we're on the same time zone here. But I was like, man, this is like I used to live in Denver. I'm from Denver. And I was like, this is like a scene. This is a thing. This is popular. These guys, I want to tell people about you. And so obviously I'm old school and I love YouTube, but I know Spotify and Apple Music are it nowadays. But what do you guys prefer? How can I tell people about you? Where can I share this music? Are you guys big on TikTok and Instagram?
So the reason we're not bigger is because social media is hard.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the past, and like trying to capture that vibe, like we started in 2003. We were big on MySpace.
Yeah.
And then MySpace died, and Facebook was a college app at the time, and I was not in college, and then all of a sudden Facebook was for everybody, and then that became the new thing, and then so on and so on. Have not kept up with the new trend each time. Trying to dabble and fix that, but that's easier said than done, especially the older we get.
Yeah, I feel that.
YouTube is our weakest probably outlet right now. I'm I want to fix that, hopefully with this video and the next one, we can hopefully start to fix that. But, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, we are on TikTok. We'll hopefully be doing more with that, but that's a slower crawl.
We will have preview videos to promote this song on
Yes.
TikTok as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we can make some for us.
The
You get- You just don't read.
it's been a long road. And as much as I would love to say an answer to why we're not signed or bigger yet, we just haven't been yet.
Not yet, but that's why we're here, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
I am in love with the new music and everything that we're doing right now. And hopefully that carries well.
Awesome. And tell me, are you guys focusing just on recording or do you guys play live shows?
Many live shows.
The day that this song drops, we actually were playing with Psycho Stay.
Okay.
And then we've got a show with Boba Flex the month after that as well. So we do a lot of live playing as well. We also have a small tour coming up in April.
Just a little weekend one.
Nice. Where are you headed?
I think we're doing Cincinnati, then back to Columbus, and down to Nashville.
Oh, awesome. Do you know what venue you're playing in Nashville?
I don't.
I don't think they mentioned where we're
They
playing
didn't
yet.
say the venue yet.
It's booked. I
It's
don't
with
know the
one
name.
of our friend bands from down there. That's with Backhand Blue is the band that's from down there. So
We have a bunch of stuff planned this year. We try to play out steadily. We put a lot of work into this EP and having everything ready for when it drops. And now, with the process of getting all that out and getting everything set up, we will hopefully we are already working on whatever is next, whether that's an EP or a full CD or whatever. We have a ton already started.
Awesome. Well, I won't take up all your band practice time, but if there's anything you want to share with me, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to, we'll just reiterate that The Past is debuting on March 8th. So we look forward to that. Anything you want to leave us with?
Yeah, The Past is hopefully the beginning of what we've been working on, and hopefully the beginning of a lot of what we have been working on. A lot of people will find us this year. That's the goal, is just reach as many people as we can.
That's awesome. And
You
we'll
know-
definitely spread the word on that.
If you
Dog
heard
has
any of that for the dog,
Oh,
Dog's a big fan.
and do you, I don't want you to give away too much, but do you think a lot of your songs will be like The Past, kind of reminiscent of emo, kind of nostalgia?
definitely very much an emo song.
yes,
Cool.
So then The Past is.
yes. I say this next batch of songs is hopefully all similar to each other, but different enough still. Like you said, one of them's definitely an emo track. We wrote it to be an emo track. And The Past is the all rounder.
Yeah.
Just hopefully there's something for everybody.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. I will let you guys go jam. It was awesome meeting you, and we'll be in touch. I'm sure. I look forward to this EP a lot.
Thank you very much, and please reach out to Melanie, I believe,
Yeah,
for the rest of the EP.
I will definitely. Thank you so much for chatting with us, and I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you and hopefully catching you guys in real life.
I hope. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. It's nice to meet you, and we'll chat soon. Thank you.